Well, good evening, everybody. This is WBKB Meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you all having a good evening so far. Hope you all staying warm because for the fourth consecutive day, we're dealing with cold temperatures. We're in the midst of a cold stretch, some of the coldest air of the season. Now, last week we dealt with 2 winter storms. Now we're dealing with the cold. Now, there is a light under the tunnel, out of the tunnel here. That we are going to be dealing with a little bit warmer temperatures going into next week here, guys. I'll talk about that a little bit more in my forecast. But here, there is a gale warning in parts of Alpena and Iosco counties here, and that's going to go into early tomorrow morning thanks to the winds. We've been dealing with wind issues, and of course you also see a winter storm warning in parts of Sheboygan and up there in northwestern Michigan. That's due to a lot of lake effect snow that's going into that area. Luckily, that's not going to be coming into our area. If anything, we're going to be continuing to deal with the cold temperatures here. Alpena saw a high temperature of 16 degrees here, guys, today. We dropped down to 4 degrees this morning. Again, like I just mentioned, we're going to see a warm up as we go through the early part of next week. But until then, we're going to continue to deal with the cold temperatures. Now, look at the record high for this time back in 1986. It got up to 50 degrees. Overnight record low was 19 back in negative 19 back in 1965. Of course, tomorrow morning, if you're waking up, you're going to school or just going out to work, we could see a potential flurry fly in the area. So keep that in mind if you are going now. Other than that, we're just going to remain cold. 21 degrees will be our high temperature now. Again, this is going to be the first time this week we're going to reach 20 degrees in terms of our high temperature. And then, of course, going into the next 5 days, we're going to continue to see a warm up going on in our area. Now, the normal high for this time of year is 28. We've been struggling to hit 20 in most of our areas, even 15 in some spots. So yes, as we go through Sunday and Monday, we're going to continue to see temperatures warm into the 30s, even some 40s going to next week. And I'll show you that on my 7-day forecast. And according to the temperature outlook, guys, we are right on target. The temperature outlook indicates by these reds on the map, we're going to be well above average, and that's going to go to January the 26th here. That's pretty much stretching out all the way from the Rocky Mountains, the plains, the Midwest, the Great Lakes, even down to the Ohio and Tennessee valleys, all the way up to the Northeast. Going to see above average temperature. It's about time because it's been through a very cold stretch for the past several days here. But until then, we got to deal with the cold. And along with that, it's the winds. And the winds is not going to make it feel much better, guys. Look at this, 12-mile-an-hour sustained wind gusts in Alscoda, 8 in Alpena, with gusts as high as 18 miles an hour in Alpena, 21 in Taiwan, 18 in Oscoda, 13 in Atlanta, 15 in West Branch. And because of that, we have to factor in the wind chill. And that wind chill means that it feels like it's 2 goose eggs in parts of Atlanta and Mile. -1, it feels like right now in West Branch, 4 degrees in Alpena, 6 degrees in Rosin City. It feels like it's 2 in Onaway, 5 in Taiwan, and it feels like it's only 3 degrees in Oscoda. Very cold out there. Bundle up if you are going out. Winds are going to continue to be a factor going into the next couple of days here, guys. So again, even with the actual air temperature, it's going to feel much colder. Again, that our body insulates heat. We're not going to be able to really sustain it with the winds blowing at us. That's going to break up that heat and allow us to get pushed away. And that's why we're going to continue to see our bodies get really cold. And that's why it feels much colder outside. And with the winds, well, being as strong as 15 to 20 miles an hour, well, we're going to continue to see wind chill readings that's going to feel very uncomfortable, especially if our skin is exposed to the cold. So yes, Futurecast tells us this. We're going to see a few lake effect snow showers, maybe swipe our area. But here is snowstorm, or at least a bird clipper number 1 that passes to our south. Then a bird clipper number 2 late Friday night until our Saturday. That's going to pass through our area. That's going to bring us a little bit of snow. But if you're in like areas like Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Flint, Detroit, Toledo, Cleveland, even parts of Pennsylvania and Ohio, you all are going to encounter a lot of snow. They're going to be talking about some areas, talking about 5 to 8, even close to 10 inches of snow. If anything, we're going to just get a dusty and maybe an inch or 2 of snow in our area. Now tonight, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies. A possible flurry cannot be ruled out of our area. Low temperature is going to be about 9 in Onaway, 11 in Rosin City, 7 in Alpena, 7 in Oscoda, 9 in Taiwan, and 10 in Mile, and 10 in Atlanta. Now, of course, with the winds, it's going to feel much colder. It's going to feel like we're going to be in the negatives and even some single digits. So tomorrow, Again, slightly warmer if you want to call that any warmer. We're going to get close to 20 degrees in some of our spots. Mostly cloudy again, possible flurry, especially early in the day. 19 will be the overnight low, the high temperature, not overnight low. In Roger City, 19 will be the high temperature in Alpena, 21 in Oscoda, 21 in Tawas, 20 in Harrisville, 20 in West Branch. And of course, with the winds, it's going to feel colder, so bundle up. 7-day forecast tells us this. We're going to be about 21 degrees on our Thursday. That's what I have forecast. Then we're back down to 13 on our Friday. Saturday back up to 20, and then the warming trend begins. We're going to be back up to the 30s on our Monday, Tuesday, and our Wednesday of next week. And even 40s, 44 I have forecast for your Wednesday. This is above average, guys. Our average high will be probably about 29 around that time. So yes, it's going to be a welcome or moderate air that's going to come into our area. So that's good news for us. But Tuesday, as you might notice, it's going to be a wintry mix. So we're going to be talking about a little bit of rain opposed to snow, which is also good news. Maybe help melt a little bit of that snow that we have on the ground right now from those 2 winter storms that we had last week. Well, this has been WBKB Meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you all having a good evening. And of course, stay warm.